Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So Bob Arum says that Devin Haney needs to prove himself before he can get an opportunity to fight Teofimo Lopez. And I mean, that's very, very telling to me. That's like classic Bob Arum. You know, now, mind you, keep in mind now, Teofimo Lopez coming off of the biggest win in his career versus Vasyl Lomachenko, huge win. But he's fighting on ESPN, free TV. They're not going to be doing any, like, Teofimo Lopez ain't about to be in no pay-per-view fights no time soon. Unless somehow they can make the Tank Davis fight. That's the only way I see him fighting on pay-per-view anytime soon. So keep in mind, like, he's not a household name. Teofimo Lopez is not a huge name. He got a good win, a great win, in fact. But he's not a huge name. So it's not like we don't want to put him in there. It's not like, well, Devin Haney hasn't earned his way. You know, him being a champion ain't enough. He needs to bring a certain amount of, you know, viewership and fanfare to the table so they can all get a considerable piece of the pie, so they can all eat. And, you know, this is being a money move and a money play. Like, this ain't that. Teofimo Lopez is not pay-per-view. This Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney would not be that type of fight. This is simply a fight that needs to happen for Undisputed. Devin Haney has the WBC belt. He is the missing link to Teofimo Lopez becoming Undisputed. Y'all claim that he's going to move up to 140 real soon. So it's like, why not go ahead and get that out the way so he can go ahead and move up to 140? If Devin Haney is so weak, if he's so soft, if he punch like he got pillows on the end of his wrist, if he has no talent, no skill, why won't you just let Teofimo Lopez go in there and just bulldoze him and get him out of the way? And then now you Undisputed, you can move on up. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of any logical reason why you wouldn't want to set up the Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney fight, other than the fact that Bob Arum knows that Devin Haney stylistically would give him fits. That's the only reason why I can think of him not wanting to put Lopez in there with Devin Haney. If you feel that Devin Haney ain't shit, why not? He has the only other belt that's keeping you from being Undisputed. We all know that Teofimo Lopez is not Undisputed. Besides the lie that ESPN and the WBC try to make up, we all know that he's not Undisputed. If you look on the WBC website, under lightweight champion, it says Devin Haney. When you look on ESPN, under lightweight champion for the WBC, it says Devin Haney. We know that you have to have all 4 belts in order to be considered Undisputed. So why not set that fight up? This tells me that classic Bob Arum, now he has a new guy. You know, Lomachenko done been knocked off. He lost a lot of believers. You know what I'm saying? So Lomachenko is no longer, and Lomachenko wasn't making him no money anyway, to be honest with you. Lomachenko was just going out there doing his job, whooping the dude's ass that they was putting in front of him. You know, but there was a reason that he didn't put Loma in there with Devin Haney, because he knew what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted his guy to knock off Lomachenko so he can keep everything in-house at Top Rank. So now that he has a new guy, he going to try to keep him away from any threats. Don't expect Teofimo Lopez to fight any real threats no time soon. And I'm talking about for the next 2 or 3 years. You know, I don't see him fighting no real threats no time soon. You dig what I'm saying? And that's sad, because Teofimo Lopez has a lot of potential. I think he's a very, very talented kid, you know, very explosive. And he showed his boxing skill in that Vasyl Lomachenko fight. But this is crazy, man. I'm pretty sure Teofimo Lopez believes in himself. I know he believes in himself. Why not go ahead and put him in there with Devin Haney let him go ahead and get Devin out the way. Keep in mind, Devin Haney is the youngest out of all of these young fighters. He's the youngest guy out of all of these guys. You know, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis, all of these young guys, Devin Haney is the youngest. Ryan Garcia, he's younger than all of these guys. Go ahead and put him in. If he's so green, just put him in there and knock him off. He has the WBC belt. That's one missing link to being undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Who is Teofimo Lopez gonna fight next? If it ain't Tank Davis, who he gonna fight next? He not going up to 140 and fighting Ramirez or Josh Taylor. That ain't happening. Let's keep it funky. He not fighting those dudes next. Number one, that fight ain't even happened yet for Undisputed, Taylor versus Ramirez. And even if it was, he wasn't going to fight them next. Keep it funky. Bob Arum not going to put him in the ring with them guys right now because it's too big of a risk. He got a new guy now, so he finna try to milk that shit as long as he can. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's sad, though. That's sad. You feel me? That's sad. And the crazy part about it is you got these fans out here who don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And they eating that shit up. And then some of them do know better, but they just being dickheads, honestly. You feel me? They just being dickhead fanboys. That you feel me? Like they don't want to see no real shit. You feel me? So, but it's sad though that you got a kid like Teofimo Lopez who, you know, he can go ahead and he can become undisputed. He can do some legendary shit. But you gonna hold that away from him all in the name of greed. But that's classic Bob Arum shit. You know, next thing you know, Teofimo Lopez gonna be falling out with Bob Arum because he ain't getting them no big fights. You know, whole time, just like Terrence Crawford. You know, whole time Terrence Crawford want to fight these guys, but Bob Arum can't make the shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Look at what Errol Spence and Danny Garcia about to do. He tried to lowball Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia guaranteed to make $5 million versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence guaranteed to make, and that's without pay-per-view. Errol Spence guaranteed to make $8 million. With the pay-per-view, Errol gonna make upwards of $10 million. Danny Garcia gonna make upwards of $8 million. Why Bob Arum can't offer them guys the same type of bread? You know what I'm saying? But it's all about greed with him. And it's crazy that a lot of the fans still don't see this shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Teofimo Lopez in a position of an Errol Spence where Errol Spence got so many different options. He got big fights that can be made right here and right there. Elite guys in his division. Here it is, Teofimo Lopez. He's one fight away from undisputed, and you holding it away from him. Who else he gonna fight? Who else is he gonna fight? What's a better fight than Devin Haney outside of Tank Davis? And Tank Davis is fighting at 130 right now. Why not go ahead and fight Devin Haney? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make this make sense for me because I don't get it. Shit don't make no sense to me. I have no clue. Outside of the obvious, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to speak on that, man. Like I said, you know, Bob Arum said Devin Haney got to prove himself. I don't know what else he got to prove. It's like, shit, who else you gonna fight? You know what I'm saying? What you want Devin Haney to go get some knockouts? He's never gonna be a knockout artist. But that don't mean he can't beat Teofimo Lopez, and Bob Arum knows this. You know what I'm saying? He knows Devin Haney can go in there and outbox Teofimo Lopez and make it a boring fight. Make him look like an amateur. Just make it a boring-ass fight and win a decision. He knows this. He knows that Devin Haney can make him look not explosive. He knows that Devin Haney can make him look ordinary. It's possible. I'm not saying it's a guarantee that Devin Haney wins that fight, but he knows that this is possible. He knows Devin Haney can make, just like we seen this shit a million times, where a boxer makes a so-called knockout artist, explosive fighter, make him look fucking ordinary. We see that shit all the time. And Bob Arum knows that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he don't want to make the fight. This shit is clear as day, but motherfuckers don't understand. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing, I'll holler at y'all boys, man.